Welcome to the HT Story Channel. Today, we will explore the United States, also known as America, a country renowned for its rich culture, stunning natural beauty, and diverse population. America is often known as a superpower in various fields. It has a large population, vast territory, strong economy, dominant military, and excels in high-level sports and entertainment, including the film industry, often considered as the epitome of the universe. Overall, America is recognized as number one in many rankings, spanning from natural factors to socio-economic indicators. Regarding the flag, the United States flag is a rectangular shape with 13 alternating red and white horizontal stripes and 50 white stars on a blue rectangle in the top left corner, using the three characteristic colors, red, white, and blue, which have remained unchanged since its inception. Each color symbolizes profound values. Red represents passion and courage, white symbolizes peace and hope for a bright future, and blue is seen as the color representing the Almighty with beliefs in justice and loyalty. The 50 stars arranged in a blue rectangle symbolize the close unity of the 50 states in the land of the flag. The rest of the flag consists of 7 red stripes and 6 white stripes representing the 13 former British colonies that declared independence from the United Kingdom and became the first states of the United States. First, let's have a brief overview of the United States. The United States, USA, is a federal republic comprising a federal district and 50 states. Washington, D.C. is the capital located in North America. The U.S. shares borders with the Atlantic Ocean to the east, the Pacific Ocean to the west, Mexico to the south, and Canada to the north. Alaska, in the northwest of the North American continent, borders Canada to the east. Hawaii is located in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. The U.S. also has 14 territories, or insular areas, in the Caribbean Sea and the Pacific Ocean. New York is the largest city in the U.S. with an area of 9.83 million square kilometers. It is the third largest country in the world after China and Russia. Due to its vast size and diverse landscapes, the U.S. experiences almost all types of climates. The majority of regions have a temperate climate, while Alaska experiences polar climates, Hawaii and southern Florida have tropical climates, and the California coastline has a Mediterranean climate. As there are various climate zones, the plant life in the U.S. is extremely diverse. The U.S. boasts around 17,000 native plant species, 700 bird species, 500 reptile species, and various mammals and insects documented in records. Despite having a large population, the U.S. has a low average population density due to its extensive land area. Throughout its history, the U.S. has been a nation of immigrants, with over 45 million immigrants, making it the country with the highest immigration rate globally. The population is diverse, with people coming from all corners of the globe in search of a better life. Approximately 79% of the U.S. population speaks English, and the next most common language is Spanish, along with languages from Europe and Asia. The U.S. does not have an official language, but some states have designated English as their official language. Throughout its history, the U.S. has been a pioneer in fields such as aerospace, atomic technology, chemistry, and various other high-tech industries. Silicon Valley, located in California, is home to thousands of the world's largest technology corporations. The U.S. is renowned for having an advanced and top-tier education system, with prestigious universities such as Harvard University, Stanford University, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and Columbia University, among others. These institutions have produced Nobel laureates and notable figures such as John F. Kennedy, Barack Obama, Bill Gates, and Jill Abramson. July 4, 1776, marks the Independence Day of the United States. Now, let's provide an overview of the U.S. economy. The U.S. has the world's largest economy. Although it comprises only 5% of the world's population, it contributes around 25% to the global economic output. The U.S. has maintained its position as the world's largest economy since 1871, with no significant changes to date. With a robust market economy, developed infrastructure, and a significant role in international trade, the U.S. continues to be the world's largest economy in 2023, with a GDP of $26.9 trillion United States dollars. This figure surpasses the combined GDP of 174 economies, ranging from Indonesia, ranked 17th, to Tuvalu, ranked 191st. The per capita GDP of the U.S. leads globally. The major economic sectors include services and industry. Services contribute nearly 80% of the GDP, encompassing finance, education, healthcare, and the entertainment industry. In terms of industry, manufacturing and industry contribute about 18% of the GDP, with emphasis on automobile production, aviation, and high-tech industries. The U.S. has one of the world's largest and most complex international trade systems. As one of the largest exporting countries, the U.S. primarily exports machinery, computers, and professional services. The U.S. dollar, USD, is one of the most widely used international trade currencies. The history of the United States is an adventurous journey with periods of struggle, independence, and vibrant development, creating a prosperous and diverse nation. Here's a summary of the rich and tumultuous history of the United States. Pre-colonial era. Before the arrival of Europeans, the continent was inhabited by indigenous people such as Native Americans and various tribal groups who developed their own cultures. 17th–18th century. Europeans arrived and established colonies, such as Jamestown in Virginia and Plymouth in Massachusetts. The economy relied mainly on agriculture and colonial practices. In 1781, the American Army under the leadership of George Washington achieved a significant victory at the Battle of Yorktown, marking a crucial step in the War of Independence. After this victory, Britain surrendered, officially recognizing the independence of the 13 American colonies. 1861. The American Civil War took place, with the Southern states fighting to protect slave rights, while the Northern states demanded freedom for slaves. From 1914 to 1918, World War I occurred, and the U.S. participated significantly in both military and economic roles. From 1939 to 1945, World War II took place, and the U.S. joined the war, defeating the Axis powers of Germany and Japan, becoming one of the two nuclear powers, with the Soviet Union declining, leaving the U.S. as the sole superpower. In terms of transportation, the U.S. has approximately 75,000 kilometers of federal highways, connecting the 48 states and 209 cities with populations of 50,000 or more. This extensive highway system was built and completed in 35 years, starting from 1956. Additionally, there are about 260,000 kilometers of other roads ensuring convenient and accessible transportation for 90% of the U.S. population. Highways in the U.S. are called freeways, meaning no intersections at the same level, no traffic lights. Once you get on, you just keep driving until you exit. On the federal highways, there is roughly one rest area every 30 miles, 45 to 50 kilometers, equipped with gas stations and convenience stores. Some larger gas stations even have entertainment areas, laundry facilities, and 24/7 security surveillance for drivers. The quality of the roads and facilities makes long-distance driving or road trips in the U.S. comfortable and straightforward. The U.S. primarily relies on cars for transportation, with only about 9% of the total workforce using public transportation, buses, subways, trains, etc., compared to about 38.8% in Europe. The use of bicycles in daily life is minimal. The U.S. has around 200 airlines, with the 5 largest airlines globally measured by passenger transport. Of these, about 50 are specifically for passenger transport. With over 50 years of civil aviation development and the invention of airplanes, air travel in the U.S. is convenient and reasonably priced. Almost every city in the U.S. has an airport. The U.S. is a multicultural country, home to many groups of people from diverse ethnicities and traditions. Its culture is derived from Western culture, and it has been influenced by a more multicultural heritage, including Native Americans, Asians, Latin Americans, Africans, and Polynesians. Over the course of development, many nations have seen large numbers of immigrants, making the U.S. a racially and ethnically diverse country. Many elements of American culture, especially popular culture, have spread globally. The U.S. is also considered a paradise for various fast foods such as fried chicken, hamburgers, waffles, French fries, pancakes, hot dogs, apple pies, etc. For Americans, dinner is the most important meal of the day. The appetizer in the meal is usually a juice, fruit, mixed salad, soup, chicken, or fish. The meal ends with a cup of coffee or tea for dessert. In terms of military, the U.S. has the largest defense budget, with $858 billion USD in 2023. With a total of 1,118,027 active duty military personnel, the U.S. military has troops stationed all over the world, estimated to be present in more than 800 bases and facilities in at least 130 countries. These numbers fluctuate as units are deployed and withdrawn regularly. Next, let's discuss some attractive locations you must visit, famous for familiar tourist spots such as Little Saigon, Hollywood, Disneyland, in Los Angeles, the world's largest casino system, highly attractive nightlife entertainment services, in Las Vegas, iconic landmarks such as Independence Square, the Capitol, the White House, in Washington, the World Trade Center site, the United Nations headquarters, the Port of Manhattan, in New York. In Chicago, tourists can immerse themselves in beautiful scenes such as the Sears Tower skydeck, boating on Lake Michigan, and visiting the Shedd Aquarium, the world's largest. Thank you all for listening to today's story about the United States. If you have any topics you'd like me to cover, please comment below, and I'll try to read and respond to all of them. For now, let me say goodbye, and I look forward to seeing you in upcoming stories on the HT Story channel.